We are pleased to be here tonight to provide an update on some exciting new bicycle and pedestrian projects in Northwest Fort Collins, directly benefiting K through 12 students in the area. Together, these projects improve safety and increase access to nature, recreation opportunities, schools, and existing bicycle and pedestrian routes for thousands of community members in Northwest Fort Collins, directly aligning with both recreation and transportation strategic objectives identified on this slide. Prior to these improvements, the area around West Vine Drive and Lincoln Middle School lacked connectivity and adequate infrastructure for people wanting to travel by bike or by foot, often requiring students, as shown in this picture, to travel along arterials such as West Vine Drive without sidewalks to access their school, home, or other nearby destinations. Adopted city plans, and most recently, the Project Outdoors, Plug into Nature in Northwest Fort Collins, community engagement and grant application process identified the need for these improvements. While the Project Outdoors implementation grant was not awarded, it did provide the foundation and the momentum for us to pursue near-term improvements. The project map shown on this slide shows the area in reference from Lee Martinez Park on the east, the river on the north, Irish Elementary School on the west, and Poudre High School and LaPorte Avenue on the south. While these projects are coordinated as one initiative, different city departments were responsible for constructing individual projects, and I'll walk through each of those projects on this slide. Providing new access to and from the Poudre Trail on the north, Park Planning has constructed a 10-foot wide paved multi-use trail running 3/4 of a mile, connecting people to Lincoln Middle School, the Boys and Girls Club, and Lancer Drive. With this trail connection, students living along Hickory Street, for example, can travel all the way to Lincoln Middle School without having to use an arterial on a dedicated trail the entire way. Connecting to this new trail and Lincoln Middle School along Lancer Drive, we've installed flex posts to create a two-way separated bike lane. At the intersection of Vine and Lancer, we've upgraded the bicycle and pedestrian crossing, helping people safely across West Vine Drive. Along Vine Drive, we've installed a concrete curb to create a separated bicycle and pedestrian lane. The improvements along Vine connect an existing sidewalk as well as a north-south bikeway near Putnam Elementary on the east side to what will be a new natural areas trail on the west, connecting through the Punta Verde natural area and down to Taft Hill Road. At this junction on Taft Hill, an existing paved trail connects all the way over to Irish Elementary School. And once the natural areas trail is complete in Q2 of 2020, we will be installing a new bicycle and pedestrian crossing at that junction on Taft Hill Road. Together, these projects complete nearly 2 miles of new separated bicycle and pedestrian routes within Northwest Fort Collins. A unique part of this story is the partnerships and collaboration that brought these projects to fruition. Following the notification that we did not receive the Project Outdoors grant, which would have funded many of these improvements, we came together across multiple departments and organizations to determine if we could still bring the community much-needed improvements in the near term. Ultimately, through coordination, project prioritization, some solutions, and cost sharing, we were able to complete a number of critical connections with a total project cost of around $900,000. These improvements are benefiting thousands of students and community members in a part of Fort Collins that is one of the most culturally diverse areas and where the schools serve higher percentages of low-income students and families. The city's Safe Routes to School program teaches bicycle and pedestrian safety at all 4 schools, as well as at the Boys and Girls Club, and they also lead after-school biking and walking clubs and summer bike camps. All of this programming will make use of these new facilities, particularly for accessing the Poudre Trail, adjacent parks, and natural areas in the area. As the projects wrap up, which is expected to be in Q2 of 2020, we will be hosting a community celebration, bringing out all of the students and the partners that were involved throughout this process, and we'll definitely invite City Council to be in attendance of that. So that's all I have, and I want to thank you for your time.